cautioned to be prudent in distribution of relief materials. Sarap sues Akpabio Abbas over alleged misappropriation of 18.6 billion naira, and NECO accredits schools in Burkina Faso. Good evening and a very warm welcome. This is the World News on River State Television, double to here in Port Harcourt. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Now, local government areas involved in the ongoing distribution of relief materials have a responsibility to ensure even and judicious distribution of the items received from the Flood Prevention and Management Committee. Deputy Governor of River State and Chairman of the committee, Professor Ngozi Odo, made the call during the distribution of relief materials to Pobonkoro and Boni local government areas at the Central Medical Stores in Port Harcourt. Fito Benson Ajayi tells us more.
Speaking through the Vice Chairman of the Committee and Head of the Civil Service, Dr. Mrs. Yingi Brown, Professor Odo said the state government is committed to alleviating the hardship faced by residents as a result of flooding. The Deputy Governor reaffirmed that the administration of Governor Siminalayi Fubara has a political will and commitment to provide relief and a sense of belonging to those affected by the flood, stressing that the materials provided are strictly for the welfare of impacted communities. Receiving the materials on behalf of his local government area, Chairman of Opobonkoro local government area, James A. James, expressed gratitude and deep respect for Governor Fubara, whom he described as a father and a man of the people. He pledged to personally oversee the distribution process in his local government area, noting that his commitment is driven by a genuine passion for the welfare of his people. Also speaking, the representative of the chairman of Boni Local Government Area and Council Secretary, Honorable Toyin Jambo, thanked the state chief executive, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, and the flood committee for the relief materials. He assured that the items will be evenly and transparently distributed to those most in need. Fito Benson Ajayi, Rstv News.
Engineers working under the River State Ministry of Works must live up to their professional assignments to ensure lasting quality projects. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Dr. Austin Izuga Hart, stated this while flagging off a 3-day capacity building workshop for civil resident engineers in Port Harcourt. Godspar Anili reports that the workshop was organized by the Ministry of Works in conjunction with Chattel Associates.
Addressing the participants, Dr. Ezekiel Hart said as the eyes of government at every project site, they are saddled with ensuring that job specifications are met for durability and safety of lives. The permanent secretary noted that the state government is determined to provide enabling platforms to achieve every goal and advised them to take their assignments seriously while warning them against any compromise in the delivery of projects. He revealed that the 3-day workshop is essentially to update their knowledge in modern techniques, as he urged everyone to make good use of such opportunities.
There is a reason for doing this. I know that we all can see that the state is more or less a construction site. It's now light that since all our project sites are back and new ones are coming on stream, that there will be a need not to train, but to retrain and enhance the capacity of all our engineers.
Director Civil Engineering in the ministry, Aboso Gift Obadima, also spoke.
It also is not a regular kind of transmissions we do in the ministry. It comes once a long time, and we have packaged this program, and some persons are not taking it seriously.
A resource person, Levi Oba, who dwelt extensively on the topic project management, procedure and processes, said the civil engineers should see integrity as a watchword. Participants described the workshop as commendable and promised to use the knowledge acquired for greater efficiency and productivity.
The permanent secretary went on site visit and discovered that there's need to improve the capacity of the resident engineers to be able to supervise and do their work very effectively. The important thing is that improvement in the way we manage projects.
During supervision, a lot of things happen on site, and you meet a lot of challenges on site. It is you, the engineer, that is in charge of the project that will solve the problem there, so it doesn't escalate.
The River State government have deemed it fit for capacity building. That's why you see that they have sponsored the River State Ministry of Works in this Happy Days exercise, and it has been lawful and interesting. Western engineers, they follow procedures, and that's why you see building do not collapse when you follow standards.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
The Vice Chancellor of the River State University in Polo Orowoluko Port Harcourt, Professor Isaac Zeb Obepe, on behalf of the Governing Council, Management, Senate, staff and students, invites graduates of the 2023-2024, 2024-2025 academic session to the 37th and 38th combined convocation ceremony. In a joint statement by the Chairman, Senate Ceremonial Committee, Professor Emilia Jaja, and the Registrar, Dr. Ibimonia Harris, said the interdenominational church service Thanksgiving was held today, 30th November 2025, at the Chapel of Redemption. According to the statement, there will be a press conference on Monday, the 1st of December 2025, by 9 a.m. at the Vice Chancellor's conference room, and would later be followed with an exhibition by 12 noon at the amphitheater. It continues on Tuesday, 2nd December 2025 at the same time and venue, and will be wrapped up with a cultural display by 2 p.m. The statement added that the convocation lecture will be delivered by the Chairman, GCEO, Hana Holdings, Dr. Direct Akobo, on the topic Joint University Industry Ventures, the Entrepreneurship Technology, Sustainability, and People Nexus for River State University on Wednesday, the 3rd of December 2025 by noon at the Senate Chamber, Dr. Nyesom Ezonwike Senate Building, and later on a luncheon by 4 p.m. at the university's convocation arena. According to the statement, there will be a sporting event by 2 p.m. at the field opposite convocation arena on Thursday, 4th December 2025, with a cocktail by 6 p.m. at the Vice Chancellor's Lodge, while on Friday, 5th December 2025, will feature undergraduate convocation award of bachelor's degrees by 9:30 a.m. at the convocation arena. It added that the postgraduate convocation award of higher degrees will hold on Saturday, the 6th of December 2025. Time is 9:30 a.m. at the convocation arena. 331 trainees have acquired different skills under the batch ANLNG Train 7 Human Capacity Development Training Program, sponsored by Nigeria National LNG Limited. At the close-out ceremony held in Port Harcourt, the General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development NLNG, Dr. Sophia Hosfall, reiterated the value of human capital development. Anna Aman covered the event.
Dr. Horsfall explains that the training program is a requirement of the NLNG Train 7 project, Nigerian Content Plan, and a worthwhile investment in the future of Nigeria, the oil and gas industry, and the trainees. She said the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, has facilitated the training of thousands of Nigerians in various skills with internationally recognized certificates that enables gainful employment locally and internationally.
To our graduating trainees, this is your moment. You are stepping into an industry that demands excellence, resilience, and innovation. We look to you to bring value, and value you must bring. Whether it is in the oil and gas sector, emerging in the energy technologies, or various entrepreneurial ventures. The key has been given to you. So your success will validate this investment and inspire the next generation.
Keynote speaker and executive secretary of NCDMB, Felix Omashola Ogbe, represented by the General Manager Human Capacity Development, Esueme Dan Kikile, charged the graduating trainees to exhibit excellence, resilience, innovation, and bring value, validating the investment in their training and inspire the next generation. He urged them to use the knowledge acquired to resolve problems and contribute meaningfully to their communities as ambassadors of the Human Capacity Development Initiative.
Successfully completed this program. I encourage you to take the knowledge and skills you have acquired and put them into practice as ambassadors of this program, ambassadors of Nigeria LNG, and ambassadors of NCDMB, contributing meaningfully to Nigeria's industrial growth.
On his part, the Train 7 project director, Ali Uwais, who was represented by the Train 7 corporate liaison manager, Joshua Anemeji, said the NLNG Train 7 project is a strategic investment in the Nigeria's future and a critical part of the project's legacy in the Human Capacity Development Program, which encompasses both training elements and institutional strengthening initiatives backed by relevant legislations and designed to secure sustainable talents for the oil and gas industry posterity. According to him, the basic training program covered engineering, ICT, welding and fabrication, marine services, HSC, quality engagement, non-destructive testing, supply chain management with hands-on industry experience.
This has helped us to create jobs during construction. It has benefited our local contractors, especially our immediate community, host communities, suppliers, and service providers. The project has improved local galvanizing capabilities in Nigeria.
Representative of the trainees had this to say.
On behalf of myself and my colleagues, we say thank you to NLNG.
Clearly, NCDMB is one of the organizations in Nigeria that's doing excellently well and targeting young Nigerians. And I want to give them to NLNG. You guys are angels, literally.
Hannah Aman, Rstv News.
Time to apply the brakes. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu seeks pardon from the country's president, and in sports, NCS approves sweeping reforms to sanitize the sporting system. Details of this and more in just a moment.
Jesus, oh, Jesus, oh, I'm so slow. We the rise with faith.
The Omega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide invites you to a special early morning program tagged 1 hour with Dr. Jesus. It is a 1 hour program
of special impartation from 6 in the morning to 7 in the morning. 1 hour.
Date
this Thursday,
27th November 2025. Time 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Venue
number 2, Greg, Oboefe Street, near Casablanca, GRA Phase 2, Port Harcourt.
Come fasting with your biro and paper and receive a touch from Dr. Jesus that will transform your life forever.
Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. Thanksgiving is an avenue to seeking for more of God's blessings and should be a lifestyle for Christians to keep. Reverend Emmanuel Charles Awutu stated this while playing guest speaker at the 37th and 38th Combined Convocation Thanksgiving Church Service of River State University at Chapel of Redemption on the school campus with the theme Celebrating God's Faithfulness Through Thanksgiving. Melvin Jackson tells us more.
Reading from Psalm 100 verse 5 to 7 and Luke 17 verse 11 to 19, Reverend Awotu said, Thanksgiving provokes God to do more and he blesses those who appreciate his faithfulness. The guest speaker enjoined River State University to keep thanking him for all he has been doing, what he has done, and what he is about to do. He added that Thanksgiving opened doors and opportunities for those who believe.
River State University has continued to produce students who have been found worthy in character and learning, and again this week more will be produced to the glory of God. Let us thank God for the stability and the consistency of this university. Let's come to this university and they are sure of when they will graduate, unlike what you have in other places.
Vice Chancellor of River State University, Professor Isaac Zebo BP, said God has been so faithful to him, the lecturers, students, and the university community, hence the thanksgiving. The Vice Chancellor noted that River State University was a hub for social vices, cultism, and the likes, but God made it smooth, peaceful, and conducive for him and the university community to excel, which is enough reason to thank him. He emphasized that thanksgiving should be a part of everyone's life as God detests an ungrateful heart.
We are celebrating God's faithfulness. God has been faithful to us as members of the university community. He has been faithful because He has protected us. He has been faithful because we have run this university without disruption. God has been faithful because our students are doing well, our staff are doing well. God has been faithful because we are having the support we desire from council and from the visitor of the university, the governor of River State. So we have cause to thank God because we now have an opportunity to have our students have their convocation almost immediately after they finish their final exam. It's those who have enjoyed the favor of God to always find time to give thanks to God.
Various departments, faculties, management, senate, and the council offered thanks in successions while prayers were offered for the university, vice chancellor, staff, students, and the university community. And the university choral group rented the air with songs. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
Territorial Commander of the Salvation Army, Commissioner Friday Ayanam, has enjoined the Christians to believe in the efficacy of prayers to overcome challenges. He gave the advice on the eve of Major Samuel and Grace Edong's installation service in Port Harcourt. Godspar Anele reports. Not ready. We'll go to our next. We'll go to our next story. The socio-economic rights and accountability. Projects has filed a lawsuit against the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas over the alleged failure to account for 18.6 billion naira reportedly allocated for the construction of the National Assembly Service Commission Office Complex. Serap filed a suit at the Federal High Court in Abuja, naming Akpabio and Abbas as defendants on behalf of all members of the National Assembly, joining the NASC as a respondent. In a statement signed on Sunday by its Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, Serap said the suit followed grave allegations contained in the 2022 annual report of the Auditor General of the Federation published on 9th September 2025. Citing details from the Auditor General's report, Serap said the NASC paid over 11.6 billion naira to an unknown construction company for the construction of the Commission's complex within 24 months. According to Serap, the Auditor General feared that the 18.6 billion naira budgeted for the construction of the Commission's office complex and the conversion of the roof garden to office space may have been diverted, misappropriated, or stolen, and wants the money accounted for. The National Examination Council has granted accreditation to schools in Burkina Faso to host its examinations, widening its international footprint. This is contained in a statement issued to newsmen in Abuja on Sunday by the Council's Acting Director of Information and Public Relations, Aziz Sani. Sani said the Council would now begin to conduct its senior school certificate examination and the basic education certificate examination in the West African country. According to him, the move follows a comprehensive assessment visit by NECO accreditation team to selected schools in the West African country, and noted that the expansion into Burkina Faso underscored NECO's commitment to delivering quality education and assessment services beyond Nigeria's borders. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has asked the country's President Isaac Herzog for a pardon over corruption cases he's been battling. The president's office said Herzog would receive opinions from justice officials before considering the request, which carries with it significant implications.
Mr. President,
Netanyahu has been standing trial for the past 5 years on charges of bribery, fraud, breach of trust in connection with 3 separate cases. He has denied wrongdoing. He said in a video message that he would have preferred to see the process to the end, but national interest demanded otherwise, unquote. The Israeli opposition says he should admit guilt before seeking a pardon. The National Council of Sports, NCS, has approved sweeping reforms targeted at sanitizing the country's sporting system, including tough penalties for age, cheating, compulsory insurance for athletes, and the introduction of a new tier of national competition to strengthen the talent pipeline. The resolutions were contained in a communique issued at the end of the 2025 National Council on Sports meeting held in Calabar, Cross River State. A major highlight of the meeting was the Council's approval of stricter sanctions to combat age cheating, which is described as a threat to the integrity of Nigerian sports. Under the new directive, athletes found guilty will face immediate disqualification, withdrawal of medals and rankings, suspensions ranging from 1 to 2 years, while repeat offenders risk permanent ineligibility. Coaches and officials implicated in age manipulation will also face disciplinary measures including license suspension, removal from duty, and possible permanent disqualification. Now, Lionel Messi has become the player with the most assists in football history. The Argentine recorded the 405th of his career in the Inter Miami's MLS Cup semi-final win over New York City on Sunday. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner set up Matteo Silvetti in the 67th minute as Inter Miami cruised to a 5-1 victory to clinch the Eastern Conference title. The result sets up a clash between Inter Miami and the Western Conference champions Vancouver in the MLS Cup final on Saturday, 6th December. Do you love and care about Rivers State and our peace? So let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Let's take a look at some of the major stories. The Deputy Governor of Rivers